And this is a project in which I propose to and fully intend to go on 52 first dates during the course of a year period. It's middle of February right now. I've been on one date on Sunday, and I tell you what, you know, absolute, you've got to tune in for that date because it was completely unexpected, complete surprise. Anyway, so that's what this YouTube channel is all about. My history is basically the last 15 or 20 years I've had a pretty dry period. I mean, probably the driest, most desert-like episode in dating history known to humanity. I mean, you got to laugh about it, haven't you? Everyone's got their story. And for the last 15 or 20 years, that has been my story, a massive type of friend zone situation, Mr. Nice dilemma, had some accidental success at university. In spite of that, over the last 2-3 years, I have dipped into, I guess you'd call it the dating, day gaming, daytime attraction, seduction, pickup artistry community. And I did because I feel that a guy needs to go on a rite of passage in this area of his life. He needs to go a little bit wild and crazy, do some things that, you know, his mother wouldn't approve of. And that is what I have done over the last 2-3 years. I have learnt basically a technique through a bunch of guys, through an organisation actually called daygame.com that I went on a boot camp with about 2-3 years ago. I've learnt some, you know, basic level of skills in how to approach women during the daytime. Now, unlike, however, a lot of the dudes in this area, the reason that I picked up these skills is the reason I went on this sort of mini rite of passage, if you like, was not in order to spend the rest of my life, you know, having sex on tap with attractive girls, as many as different and as varied experiences as possible, and going on all sorts of crazy adventures. I'm not that kind of age, really. I mean, I'm approaching the big 50. I want to find a wife, a long-term partner, whatever you want to call it. And I felt that it was important for me to go on this rite of passage, go into this area in order to acquire the skills so that when I did go into a relationship, a long-term relationship, it would be a long-lasting one. Now, this 52 First Dates YouTube channel, it's a social experiment, if you like. It's a way of me becoming accountable. Okay, so I've told guys that I'm doing this YouTube channel. I've told guys that I'm doing this challenge. It's a way of keeping myself honest in terms of my commitments to sorting this area of my life out over the next year. I have, as I say, got some experience in terms of the approaching girls in the daytime, but where I haven't got a lot of great deal of experience, I probably only went on 20-25 dates max last year and only slept with 2 women in the course of that entire year. Mind you, it's 100%, probably 500% more than bigger success than I had the last 15 or 20 years. So I feel that I need to learn more about dates, about how to handle a date. So the other reason for producing this YouTube channel and going on this little challenge is in order to learn, acquire the skills, and actually develop in this area. And you know what? The wonderful world of pickup artistry and dating and seduction. I mean, the internet is wallpapered. It's a flipping jungle out there, isn't it, with all of this stuff? And everyone's telling you how to do it, but no one is actually kind of doing it, putting the camera on them, doing a kind of a documentary on the process. Because I think, and I flatter myself, this is another reason for doing it. I do generally want to kind of share the knowledge, and actually that's one of the things that keeps me motivated. I think if you are sort of sharing your knowledge, that just actually gives you an extra reason for doing it. And actually during the dark periods, that is one of the reasons that I've kept going. So I kind of guess that I flatter myself that I'm laying down some tracks, if you like. I'm running the train along the tracks, whatever the daytime approach train along these tracks, the dating skills that I want to develop and acquire is all part of that. I don't know, that the carriage is behind the train. And I am inviting you to become passengers on the train. And you know what, in a way to find your own encouragement by following my progress and my journey. And you know, perhaps that is a very good way of actually learning for yourself, is to be following the journey of a dude who's in a similar place to you. And you know, this is kind of all a big social experiment, because I never really believed that there's something that you could learn, that you could learn to be good with women, that you could become better with them, that you could find an attractive or beautiful girlfriend and have her in your life on a long-term basis. That's something that I just never, I mean, you dream about it, but I never believed that it could actually happen. And you know what? I didn't truly believe that it was a skill. I do encourage us, to sound like a bit of a plug, but I do encourage you to read my book, which will be published in May of this year, just completing the second draft, because I tackle some of these inner issues, the ideas that we have that hold us back from making progress in this area. Now, you know, 2 to 3 years ago, I was faced with the decision to basically take no action or to take action. A lot of people tell you, well, just be yourself. You'll figure it out. You haven't found the right person yet. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Da-di-da-di-da-di-da-di-da. Join a salsa club. You know, go online. There are plenty of suggestions that people give you over the years to lead you to think that it's going to all happen naturally. But I chose not to just sort of sit and wait. I chose the path of action. I think as a man, that's not a bad, you know, path to choose. And that's how I got into day game and daytime approaching women in the daytime in coffee shops, shopping centres, on the street. Right, enough about that. The tone of this is, I'm going to tell the story and just come on to the mechanics of the YouTube channel itself. I am a writer. I have got a love of storytelling. I run a storytelling section at a festival each summer. I want to, you know, have some fun with this and tell a story of the date each week. So that's the very minimum that I will do. I may also do some kind of podcasts, like audio stuff, perhaps a little bit longer, and invite guys who are more experienced in this area, who profess to know all about it and how to help guys in this area, have them on sort of little interview podcasts as well to supplement the YouTube stories. In terms of the nuts and bolts of, you know, approaching girls, because the way I'm going to generate these dates is not online, is not by Tinder, is not but from the work environment. It's going to be by approaching the girls I'm attracted to in the daytime. You know what? I think that's just absolutely great. Not at night either, because I've got, you know, a career to think of. Daytime is my time for this sort of stuff. You make your own choices, and I've personally chosen to approach girls in the daytime in order to find a partner. So that is going to be the structure, these weekly date stories, if you like. But as I say, in terms of the nuts and bolts of how I go about generating the dates themselves, which is, you know, a big undertaking in itself, I'm going to have another section, perhaps more private, subscriber only, maybe handwritten and not video. Watch this space for more information on that. So guys who want to get into the nuts and bolts of, you know, actual specific techniques that I'm developing, using, borrowing, stealing and applying, okay, taking action on, that, you know, you can look at that and learn about that part of the date year journey as well. Okay, so I think that pretty much wraps it up. The itinerary is going to be, you know, across a year. It's, funny enough, I launched this coincidentally, I didn't realise it at the time, on the 13th of February, which is Valentine's Day. And I actually know a dude who who helped me get involved in this stuff when I went on this course with Daygame 2-3 years ago, a chap called Tom Torero, and he actually interviewed me on a podcast. And when I announced this idea, he kind of chivied me along to, you know, what's the word? Stick your head above the parapet and actually take action and actually get out there. And there must be a word for that, but, you know, sort of take ownership of what it is that you propose to do, and, you know, be accountable and let other people see what you're doing, so that you are inwardly as well as outwardly being held accountable for the decision that you've taken. You know, the thing in life is you make these decisions, don't you? And then, you know, you drift off course. And this YouTube channel and this decision that I've made is all about staging posts or setting milestones along the way. So I've drifted from analogies about trains on train tracks to journeys to staging posts. Sounds like a Western. It is a Wild West kind of situation. I don't quite know how I'm going about it. I've only had one date so far, and I'm already approaching the end of February. So tune in. You know, if you've got comments or suggestions, or you want to be a nasty troll and say something negative, you know, kind of bring it on. It all gets added to the mix, and I will publish this in probably the end of January 2018, in terms of, you know, the finished results. And so finally, I will just say that it's more than likely, if things do go according to plan, that I will be producing a website as well, which I will embed the videos, the blogs, and add some text. And in terms of, you know, profit and monetization, because so much on the internet is all about, you know, generating hits, subscribers, clickbait, trying to get people to, you know, part with their hard-earned cash. As I say, I am a writer. I've been writing all my life with varied degrees of accomplishment in terms of getting works published. So if you are interested in kind of putting your hand into your pocket, then please do buy my book on the first for the first part of this journey, when I first acquired these day game skills. That book is called Too Late Mate, and I'll put it up, make an announcement about it on this YouTube channel, as well as add it to a website where it can be purchased for a pauper's price, I'm sure. Anyway, stay tuned, enjoy the show, let's have fun. There's a lot of edge and bitterness in the PUA community. I've met a number of pickup artists over the last 3 years, and a lot of them have had sex with a lot of girls, seem to have developed a little bit of an edge, a little bit of bitterness, a little bit of some angst in their souls. Let's not be doing with that. This is about going for a rite of passage. It's about having fun on dates, yeah? Why not just enjoy and have fun on a date? You know, we tend to put so much pressure on ourselves and on the situation and on the result. One of the absolutely sort of fundamental reasons for doing this year series is you've got 52 dates. It takes a little bit of the pressure off and allows you to enjoy the process more, and to enjoy acquiring the skills, becoming a better seducer, knowing how to find fulfillment and enjoyment in the date itself. Because at the end of the day, one of the fundamental questions that I asked myself when I first started this journey 2-3 years ago as a Mr. Nice was, is it just a skill that can be acquired with commitment and practice? Can the regular Joes of the world do it? Okay guys, over and out. Bye.